Hi, this is Dr. Mason from Mason Wellness Center. Today I want to talk a little bit about the epidemic of people being over-medicated in the United States. That's why I talk about the leading cause of death in the United States is correctly prescribed prescription medication. Remember, the statistics of the death rate associated with prescription drugs are based on a hospital model. It's medication errors, medication overdosing, medication underdosing, drug-drug interactions that in turn precipitate people's death. It is the leading cause of death in the United States. The interesting part is there are no statistics on deaths outside the hospital environment. And that is, if you take into consideration correctly prescribed prescription drugs in the hospital, not correctly prescribed prescription drugs in the hospital, correctly prescribed prescription drugs outside the hospital, and non-correctly prescribed prescription drugs outside the hospital. If you put that together, traffic accidents, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, complications from trauma pale in comparison to prescription drugs. Now let's take another category. You don't die from the prescription drug. You have a complication from it. It's called drug-drug interactions or drug side effects. How many people as a complication of that end up in the emergency room? How many people get hospitalized? We're talking hundreds of thousands of people per year as a complication from just that. So that's why you have to develop a lifestyle and a philosophy that I only use prescription and over-the-counter drugs as a last resort. Why you have to have a homeopathic medicine cabinet. Why you have to have drugless prescriptions in your medicine cabinet. Like if you have leg cramps, you can pull out of your drugless medicine cabinet a drugless prescription called Trace Min. You take 3 at dinner time, you take 3 before bed. The majority of people won't have leg cramps or Charlie horses anymore. A lot of people are waking up with this in the middle of the night, or they have an athletic event. Or say your kid has a sore throat, and normally you go to the pediatrician, you take an antibiotic. But you're beginning to read about the antibiotic side effects and resistant strains of bacteria. Well, could you have reached into your natural medicine cabinet and pulled out a drugless prescription that we have that's called sea crystals? And have your child gargle with that? Mix it in cold water and gargle with it every couple hours and swallow it. High doses of purified vitamin C powder. Effective for sore throat, effective against strep, effective against skin cancers when used topically, effective against infections generally. Of course that could be done. Could you have an upper respiratory infection, sinus infection, and reach in your natural medicine cabinet and take a drugless prescription that I designed called Defense Forte, 2 capsules every 2 hours, Immunoforte, 2 capsules twice a day, and Natural C with bioflavonoids 1 every hour? Could you take natural nasal spray and spray that in your sinuses without any rebound drug side effects? Could your 16-year-old daughter that had her first urinary tract infection, could she take Cran-C-Plex and Defense Forte and overcome the bladder infection without taking antibiotics? Most assuredly. These are very common drugless prescriptions that we use. Could your husband, who has disc problems and joint problems, take Dr. Mason's ArthRx and hyaluronic acid and help inflammation of his back? The answer to that is yes. So we need to clear out our drug cabinets, these medicine cabinets, and start putting in natural remedies, homeopathic remedies, herbal remedies, drugless prescriptions that I talk about, so that you have easy access and so that you teach your children and you educate yourself about how to use these. Get wired into a natural health care practitioner. Come to Mason Wellness Center's health classes. Watch TV programs like Dr. Oz. Get educated about a variety of natural health care treatments that are available so that in turn you can start turning you and your family onto a natural health care approach. We need to start thinking in terms of natural remedies first, drugs second, and surgery last.
If you would like more information, please visit www.masonwellness.com or give us a call at 330-219-6250. The number again is 330-219-6250.